Right now, the situation is getting more serious and more interesting at the same time. And what is making people stop and pay attention is this growing narrative about a powerful political face-off between Emmerson Mnangagwa and Constantino Chiwenga. And many people are asking one important question. Is this the moment that could shape the future of Zimbabwe? Now let's go straight into the real gist, because this is where it becomes very important to understand clearly and not just follow what is trending. As it stands right now, there is no confirmed open confrontation between these two leaders in a dramatic way. But what is very real is that there is a growing political tension inside the ruling party. And that tension is what is driving this story. You see, Zimbabwe is currently in a moment where leadership discussions are becoming stronger. And once leadership becomes a topic, everything begins to change. People begin to watch closely. People begin to analyze every movement. People begin to ask what happens next. And that is exactly what is happening now. Now, let me break it down in a very simple way so everybody understands clearly. There is no confirmed direct battle, but there is a real political struggle happening quietly. There are real disagreements about the future. There are real differences in positions. And there are real signs that unity inside the system is under pressure. And when unity is under pressure, people begin to notice. Now, let's go deeper into why this feels so serious. Zimbabwe is not in a calm political period. There are strong discussions about leadership direction. There are debates about the future. There are reactions from different groups. And there is growing public attention on what happens next. When all these things come together, the atmosphere becomes very charged. And in a charged atmosphere, even small signals begin to look big. Now, think about this carefully. When two powerful figures are both central to leadership, any difference between them becomes important. Not because of open conflict, but because of what it represents. It represents direction. It represents control. It represents the future. And that is why people are paying attention. Now let's talk about perception again, because this is very important. There is confirmed reality. And there is perceived reality. Right now, perceived reality is very strong. People are interpreting actions. People are reading meaning into silence. People are connecting different developments. And that is how a headline like this becomes powerful. Now think about how people are reacting. Some people believe this could lead to a major political shift. Some people believe it is just normal internal discussion. Some people believe something bigger may happen soon. And when you have all these reactions at the same time, it shows that the situation is still developing. And when a situation is still developing, people stay engaged. They keep watching. They keep listening. They keep asking questions. That is why this story is trending. Now let's go deeper into the bigger picture, because that is where the real value is. This story is not really about conflict alone. It is about power. It is about succession. It is about the future of leadership. Because once a country reaches a point where leadership direction is being discussed strongly, everything becomes important. Every meeting matters. Every alliance matters. Every decision matters. And that is exactly what we are seeing now. Now think about what could happen next. If internal differences become more visible, the situation could become more serious. If leadership decisions continue to face resistance, tension could increase. If there is any clear direction announced, it will shape the next phase of the story. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning of something that is still unfolding. There is no confirmed dramatic battle between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga, but there is a real political tension between them. And then there is a real internal struggle inside the ruling system. What makes this moment even more important is that situations like these often define the next chapter of a nation's story, because when attention is this high and decisions are this sensitive, even small moves can have long-term impact. And that is why people are not just watching what is happening now. They are also thinking about what it could lead to in the future and whether this period will bring stability, adjustment, or a completely new direction for leadership in Zimbabwe. And there is a real question about the future of leadership. And that is what is making this headline feel powerful. That is the honest truth. And that is what makes your content strong and credible. because your viewers are not just looking for excitement, they are also looking for clarity. And when you give them both, they stay with you. So the real gist is simple. Zimbabwe is in a serious political moment. Leadership is under strong focus. Internal divisions are becoming more visible. And this moment could play a very important role in shaping what happens next. Kindly like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next update, because this story is still unfolding and every moment matters.